Hey folks, this is going to be I Am The Walrus by the Beatles. We're going to start out with part of a B chord down here. We're going to have a 2 on the bottom and a 4 and a 4. And we're going to do the bottom 2 strings and then alternate with that 3rd string. So we're going to do this 6 times and then the next thing kind of starts. Now you have another melody that begins and we're going to start this kind of change. So we're going to the same type of shape, but with an A, so we have like 2, 2, and open. So we got 5, 6, and then we go B twice to A, and then we're going to G, so this will be 3 and 4 on the 2nd and 3rd strings to the 5 on the 4th string. Same shape for F, and then same shape for E. Get your 2, 1, and open. So let's look at all that again. So we got our B for 6 times, and then we start doing B twice and everything else twice. So how about I count that in? 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we start moving. We got B twice, A twice, G twice, F twice, E twice. So what I did there is I went. So I hit that bass note, and then we're going to have the 1 with the 2 going into the 1 with the 3 after that bass note of that E note there. So we got. Okay, so we just keep that picking going there. Let's look at everything once again. 3, 4. 5, 6, and. Once again on that one, that was real slow. Now we're going to go to this part of a D chord. We have the 4 on the D string and the 2 on the G string. We're going to alternate to that D bass note open. So that one's going to go. We're going to do the kind of both notes on that. 0 and 2 to 4 and 2. And now we have a 2 and a 1, part of a D7. So both of those chords kind of went from a major to a dominant 7 there. So that's what's happening here. We got a 2 and a 1 on the 3rd and 2nd string, using our D bass note. Okay, so from the E one where we had the to the 7, and then we have that D 4 and 2. Okay, so that's the whole intro. Now we're going to get into the verse. We have an A major chord. We want to use this finger because we're going to have to reach that G bass note up here. So we got C to D, back to this A, and then that's an A with a G bass. So you'd call that A/G because G is the different bass note than the chord would normally have. So once again, we got A with a G, C to D, back to our A with the G bass, then C to D again. 4 times there. 4 times on the D. Then we're going to hit the A and hold it. So let's look at those again. 3, 4. A to the G bass A. C to D, and these are all 2 strums each. A with the G bass again there. Now we got 4 beats on the C. Strum that a little bit if you want. D. And hold the A. 3 and 4. And next verse starts the same. But here we're going to have a D7. And you could use your F sharp bass with the thumb around there if you want. So we're going to have. And then we're going to go F to G, 1 strum each. Back to this A with G bass thing. Now we have F, 4 beats, B7, and 2 sets of that. And then C to D to Okay, so let's look at that whole second half of that verse. So this has the D7 coming up. You could just play D7, F to G, A to the G bass again. Then we have F coming up, B7 for 2 bars, and then we have C, D, and E. Next verse starts out like the first one did. We got these 2 beats each on everything right now. Now we're gonna have 4 beats on the C to D. Hold that A again. So after we hit the C, 4 beats, and D, we're gonna hold that A again. And then we're gonna go to that I'm crying part. So we're just gonna switch to a D sus4. So it's like a D, but you got your pinky down there. 2 bars of that. And then we're going A. And then we're going E to D. And that's all that I'm crying little bridge part. Now we have the second part of the verse thing, where we have that kind of D7 with an F sharp and the F to G. We got our F chord, B7. Just giving you some options on those chords. We got C, D, and E. And then we're gonna hit E again, and some sound effects and things happen, and we kind of go back to what that intro was. Now we have that sitting in an English garden part. We could talk about full chords on this because the other part just before this was a lot like that intro. So this kind of thing kind of sounds cool with that. Kind of hit that E and hold it there. Then we're gonna have B to A, G to F, then E to F, B7, last kind of verse thing. This is like the first part of our verse in the beginning. C to D. C for a full measure. D for a full measure. Hold the A. Now the second part of our verse. F, B7, 2 bars. We got the Eggman thing, C to D. We got E, back to D, C, and then B. Now we have a part that's going to repeat. It's going to go A. It's basically going down all the letters. F, E, going to D next, C, B, and we keep repeating that back to A, and eventually you're going to fade out. I like to do this little ending. I am the Eggman. They are the Eggman. I am the Walrus. Goo 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 goo. All right, I Am the Walrus by the Beatles. Let's do a quick review. So we got this intro with the B chord. 6 times, and then we start B to A, moving it, and G to F, and then E, moves to that E7, and then D, kind of a different little D there. And I guess when we go we should just hit that one note. So we like to part of a D7. And then we got our first verse again, a little review. A to A with a G bass, C to D, back to the A thing. And then we got a full bar of C, full bar of D, and we hold the A. Now here's the second half one more time. Starts out the same. This one goes to that D7 with the F sharp bass, F to G, 1 beat each. And then we got F for a whole bar, and then B7 for 2 bars. C and D and E. At that point, we start the second verse, and it just does the first half of it. And then it's going to go to this crying, D sus4, 2 bars, A, crying, E to D there. And then we get into the second half of a verse, which we've already gone over. At the end of that, you have a C, D, and E. You have an extra E that you hold out for some sound effects. And then we're back into kind of like the intro. And then we have the sitting in the English garden, B to A, G to F, E to F, and B7, 2 bars. And then we got C to D, and E to D. And then we just have the first part of the verse again, second part of the verse again, and then we have this outro. C to D to E. And then back to D. C. And at this point, we just keep going down in a circle. We got A and G. Just down all the natural note major chords. And it just goes on and on like that until it fades out. So thanks for watching. I'll have a tab for this. Beatles, I Am The Walrus. Take it easy. We'll see you soon.